This is Jackie's bird. She lives back here with Lisa. One second, let me get my focus. I am not usually the photographer. And I want to go over what to do if your baby's on your shoulder and trying to pierce your ears. Or give you a neck tattoo. Lisa's going to kind of irritate her to see if she can get her.
Oh, what's she doing? She's really sweet.
This is a very sweet baby, but sometimes babies do. They nip your ears, they nip your neck, they nip your shoulders, and it can be troublesome enough that you might give up and not put it on your shoulder and not wear your baby as much. And yet, I believe they're pretty easily trained.
Can't get her to bite.
Pretty easily trained to
Let me just show what I would do.
To not nip. Yeah, show her how you hold her first. Show her how you deal with nipping overall.
I would just cover her head like this and say no bite.
And at what point would you let go of her head?
If she's not struggling.
So you don't want to. Think of it this way.
She's totally relaxed. So.
Right. Think of it this way. If you have a baby and it's struggling and you let go of it, it's going to learn that if I struggle, she lets go. You want to release when they have relaxed. So when you let go of the baby is pretty critical. Put her back on your hand, Lisa, and show what you do if she bites your hand.
Then you're going to grab right below their eyes on the cheekbones right there and just say no. And you can turn them all the way over or just hold them right there and say no.
Do you have to flip them hard over? Or is it?
No.
Okay. And do you have to yell at them or hit them or? Okay. So do it again. And how hard are you squeezing on those cheekbones?
Pretty firmly. I mean, she can't get away, but I'm not crushing it. And you don't want to put it right here because that's where their what's the word I'm looking for?
Airway.
Airway is. And if you put your finger there, it can suffocate them. But anyway, so right here you can grab pretty firmly and just, yeah.
Recently we had Melanie come back with her yellow-sided green-cheeked baby, and she just wanted help learning how to put on the flight suit and how to hold. And she said every time she put the flight suit on, the baby would struggle out of her hold, which meant she wasn't holding those cheekbones strong enough. Don't you think that's what she was doing wrong? And she kept saying, but I don't want to break her. And so you have to get comfortable. And it's good when your baby comes home, it'll be very sweet. There it was beginning to nibble too much. And you want to teach what is appropriate nibbling and what is not appropriate.
That doesn't hurt. She's just tasting.
It's kind of like a puppy who learns how hard to bite. And, you can play with a puppy and they can mouth you, and yet you don't want them biting down. So Melanie came and we spent some time, and if you're holding the baby correctly, it will not be able to squirm out of your hands. It's almost equivalent to holding a puppy or a cat like a mama does at the nape of the neck, and they can't squirm out.
She's really sweet.
So Jackie, that's your baby. Bye. This baby's flying all the way to Alaska tomorrow. She has a pretty ratty tail, Jackie. Show her tail again. And our babies tend to do that she clings to the cage so much. And when she comes, she's going to be frantic to get out with you. They do. They want out with you. Let her out and wear her. Her cage, if the cages are wider bars like her, their tails usually don't get quite as ratty. She's just been one that clings on the side all the time. By the time they're about a year old and they get their red color, usually their tail has recovered just fine. Anyway, I guess that's all I can say right now. Bye. Okay, Jesse's going to get 353 out. The babies are always very willing to come out of the cage and be on their people. And I'm trying again to show what happens when they nip and what your response should be. He's not going to bite.
No. I couldn't get out in my room to bite either.
Jesse has
if it does.
One second. Jesse's got those earrings on. And usually the birds like those earrings, don't they?
What?
And then she also has a mole on the back of her neck that the baby likes to bite. So, yeah, what do you do when the baby bites you? And when do you let go of the baby?
When it relaxes.
Okay. So you can tell we've all been through this quite a bit because we know.
I gave the same answer.
Can you train a crimson belly to not bite your neck and your ear?
Yeah.
And you've done that multiple times?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
You won't bite right now.
If a bird was scared of you, what would you do to calm it back down? This baby's goofy.
If a
was scared of me when I didn't calm it down.
To make it your friend, what would you do?
Maul it.
Maul it. What does mauling it mean?
Just touching it all over and playing with it and, just like doing this to it and touching it and...
So you would just handle it a
Yeah.
ton. Would you put it on your shoulder if it was scared of you?
I would think so.
Yeah.
I would wear it all the time.
Yeah, I would always have it.
Yeah. Which
What?
means if you're at the computer, the baby's on your shoulder, and if the baby's biting you on the computer, you're on the piano, you've got to know how to deal with it so you can
Right.
train it not to pierce your ears another time. Why don't we go see if we can get Rio, because Rio will bite you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go get Rio.
Come on, Rhea. Hi. How are you? Here's a grumpy bird. Hi.
Wait, leave that light on.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so is Rio going to bite you?
Oh, yeah. Look at him.
Look how Rio's all wound
You're all
up.
happy.
You're doing the Rio strut. Hi, Rio.
Does he turn towards the window? Turn her towards the window. There we go. Yeah.
So, what do we need to do to make Rio bite you?
Just have her on me for a while.
Oh, she sees the earring.
Yeah.
She sees the bowl.
This bird.
Come on,
She's
Rio.
so funny.
She's all puffed up. What if you go play the piano?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go play the piano.
This is just, you're gonna cut all this. I'm trying to get it
Right.
Come here. Right up here, earring, etc. No, Rio. No. No, can you see what I'm doing? No.
She just has her hand over her head.
One thing that helps is every time
Whoa.
you use the restraint method and they're on your hand and you say no, then by the time they're doing it on your back, you know what the word no means.
So I guess we don't do this because she bites. Or take her off. Huh, I can take you off.